Imagine hunting a killer, but the killer believes she's delivering justice. And the deeper the detective digs, the more he realizes the truth might be darker than he ever imagined. Because in this story, the real monsters are not hiding in shadows. They are powerful businessmen, politicians, and people protected by the system. And the woman hunting them, she refuses to stop until every one of them pays. But what happens next changes everything. Today, we're breaking down the intense middle arc of Season 2 of Cross, specifically episodes 5, 6, and 7. And trust me, by the time we reach the final moment of episode 7, you'll realize this isn't just a crime story, it's a war between revenge, justice, and the truth no one wants exposed. So let's begin. The story continues with Detective Alex Cross, a brilliant profiler trying to stop a mysterious vigilante named Rebecca, also known as Luz. Rebecca isn't a random killer. She's targeting powerful people connected to a secret organization called Crestbrook. On the surface, Crestbrook looks like a charity network for wealthy elites, but behind the scenes, they're responsible for something horrifying. Child labor operations disguised as farms, children forced to work, families destroyed, lives ruined. And Rebecca? She knows all of it. She once worked with them before discovering the truth. Now she wants revenge, one name at a time. But here's the problem. Every time Alex Cross gets close to catching her, she slips away. And episode 5 begins with something even more disturbing. Rebecca isn't just angry, she's haunted. Because earlier she was forced to kill someone she once cared about, a man named Lincoln. And that guilt, it's starting to change her. Sometimes she looks broken, other times she looks like a predator. Meanwhile, Cross begins realizing that Rebecca is following a pattern. Her tattoos reference an old legend called La Niña de las Flores, a tragic story about a girl who takes revenge on those who destroyed her family. Cross understands something chilling. Rebecca isn't killing randomly. She's following a ritual of vengeance. And if he can figure out the order, he might stop her before the next victim dies. But he's already running out of time. Because somewhere else in the city, the powerful men behind Crestbrook are starting to panic, and one of them is about to die. But what happens next, no one expected. Rebecca's next target is a man named Amadou, one of Crestbrook's biggest donors. Alex Cross quickly realizes the danger and rushes to warn him. He tells Amadou to cancel everything, disappear, hide somewhere safe, but Amadou refuses. Why? Because his closest friend, Lance Durand, tells him the police are overreacting. According to Lance, running would only make him look guilty. So Amadou ignores Cross and continues preparing for his wedding celebration. And that decision seals his fate. Because while the party is happening, Rebecca is already inside, watching, waiting. Then suddenly, she attacks. In a horrifying moment, she slashes Amadou's throat right in front of his fiancée. The celebration instantly turns into chaos. Guests scream, security runs, police rush in. Alex Cross and the FBI storm the scene trying to capture Rebecca. For a brief moment, they actually have her surrounded. But then, something unexpected happens. A sniper rifle fires. Shots rain down on the crowd. People scatter in terror. And in the confusion, Rebecca disappears. The sniper? Her loyal partner, Donnie. He created the distraction so she could escape. But the escape comes with a terrible cost. One of the investigators, Agent Goff, is killed in the attack. And just like that, Rebecca vanishes again. Now the city is terrified. A serial vigilante killer is targeting powerful people, and the police still can't stop her. But that's only one piece of the story, because at the same time, another dangerous secret is starting to surface inside the FBI. Agent Kayla Craig has been investigating a mysterious organization called Bad Religion. She believes someone known as Mastermind is secretly manipulating events behind the scenes. Her investigation leads to a shocking discovery. A video that supposedly showed a soldier committing suicide was actually deep-faked, and the original recording, it was hidden 30 floors beneath FBI headquarters. Someone inside the system is covering up the truth. But who? Kayla thinks she's getting closer, but what happens next changes everything she believed. Episode 7 begins with a shocking reveal. Kayla confronts her boss Roy about the deepfake operation, and Roy calmly tells her something unbelievable. The entire investigation was a test. The FBI planted the fake video to see if Kayla was capable of discovering it, and she passed. But that's not the real shock. Roy reveals something even bigger. The woman Kayla thought had died earlier, Margaret, is actually still alive, which means her supposed suicide was fake. Kayla instantly realizes the terrifying truth. Margaret might actually be Mastermind, the secret figure manipulating everything. Kayla refuses Roy's reward and promotion. Instead, she makes a decision. She's going to find Margaret, no matter what. Meanwhile, Alex Cross is dealing with another disaster. Rebecca's next targets, the remaining Crestbrook conspirators, are now under government protection. These include Lance Durand, Nuri, Griffith, and Nat. They're moved into a heavily guarded military safehouse. In theory, no one should be able to reach them, but Rebecca doesn't attack with guns. She attacks with strategy. First, she breaks into a nurse's home and steals a medical device. Then she contacts the Crestbrook members. Her message is simple: confess your crimes or pay $20 million each. If they refuse, they die. At first, the men think she's bluffing, but then Rebecca proves she's serious. Using the stolen device, she remotely hacks Nuri's pacemaker. Right in front of Alex Cross and FBI agents, Nuri collapses, her heart stops, and despite desperate attempts to save her, she dies. Just like that, Rebecca has killed someone inside a military fortress without ever stepping inside. The remaining conspirators are now terrified, but things are about to get even worse because one of them is planning to betray the others, and the result will trigger another brutal murder. One of the surviving conspirators, Griffith, secretly contacts Rebecca. He's terrified. He offers her a deal. If she stops trying to kill him, he'll convince the others to pay her money. Rebecca surprisingly agrees. But Griffith has another secret. He claims he recorded a conversation where the Crestbrook members discussed covering up their crimes. That recording could destroy all of them, including Lance Durand. So Lance meets Griffith to retrieve the tape. But the meeting quickly turns violent. When Griffith refuses to hand it over, Lance brutally beats him to death. Then he cuts off Griffith's fingers, trying to make it look like Rebecca did it. But Rebecca was listening the entire time. She had secretly bugged the room. Now she knows something important exists, that recording. So she sends Donnie to retrieve it. But he isn't the only one searching. The FBI arrives too. A chaotic chase begins inside a nursing facility where Griffith's brother supposedly hid the tape. Donnie manages to find it first, but while escaping, he's shot by Alex Cross. Still, Donnie somehow survives long enough to reach his ally Claire, and this is where things take a shocking turn, because instead of helping him, Claire suddenly pulls out a gun and shoots Donnie in the head, killing him instantly. Then she takes the tape and disappears. Later, she listens to it and discovers something unbelievable. The recording doesn't contain evidence, it's just music. Griffith had been bluffing the entire time. But the bigger question now is, why was Claire so desperate to get the tape before Rebecca heard it? Is she hiding something? Was she secretly connected to Crestbrook? Or is she protecting Rebecca from learning a painful truth? We don't know yet, but one thing is certain. The war between Alex Cross and Rebecca is reaching its final stage. The remaining conspirators are running, alliances are breaking, secrets are unraveling, and in the next episode, everything will explode. But here's the real question. Is Rebecca a villain or the only person brave enough to punish monsters the system protects? And if Alex Cross finally catches her, will he stop her or understand why she did it? We'll find out in the finale. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown of Cross Season 2, make sure to subscribe for more movie and TV explanations like this. And let me know in the comments, do you think Rebecca is a hero or a killer who went too far? Because the answer might not be as simple as it seems.